All right, good morning, boys and girls. Ross Brezavara here again for our weekly coffee break. I have mine with me. I hope you have yours as well. Um, I want to first apologize. We actually did a full episode last Wednesday, and I don't know what happened, but if you go to our Facebook pages or YouTube channel, you'll see that it still says coming soon. It doesn't show up in my stream account, so I have no idea where it floated off to, but I apologize. So if you were looking for it, it's not there. And yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if it was a glitch on our side, or Facebook's, or YouTube, or just the internet as a whole. But it seems like we're live today, so I'm gonna power through this and hope that on the other end of this we actually have a completed video for our post. But obviously, if you're here live now, you can learn a little bit about something that I believe is incredibly valuable for 2023. If you haven't already started using Google much more like a social media platform in 2022, then you should definitely look for using it and utilizing it a lot more now. Everyone, when they think Google, a lot of times it's like, oh, scary, right? It's so big. There's so many different options. There's so many things you can do within it. It's going to cost me a lot of money because you have to spend money and you got to figure out keywords and key phrases and exact matches and how does that all work, and targeting, and it's a lot. I agree. But it is the 600-pound gorilla in the room. It is something that is a necessity in a lot of cases. But I'm here to tell you that they have done some revamping since last summer. It used to be called Google My Business. They've now renamed it. Again, I don't know why. We have talked a little bit about it here and there in 2022, but we're going to talk a whole lot more of it, especially in the next coming weeks. Specifically because there are things you can do on your own to really maximize the use of Google without spending money. The Google Business Profile is something that you have access to, or should be able to have access to if you don't already. A lot of times, if you're already on the internet somewhere, they've created this profile, you just need to claim it, or you need to set up your own profile. But I believe should be on everyone's list at the very top. Because there are things that you can do on a day-to-day, weekly, monthly basis that will help to continue to get love from Google in ways that you're not doing now. And I don't necessarily mean about a bigger ad budget or spending money. These are things you can do just with time. Of course, our team is well versed in helping you with that, whether it's the claiming or the setting up or ongoing management of it. But today we're going to start with the basics. We're going to just talk about what exactly Google Business Profile is and why you need it. So we're going to talk about that this week. And then in the coming weeks, we're going to go a little bit deeper, and educate as much as we can as to why this is so valuable and so important for you if it's not on your digital marketing strategy today. And of course, we're here to help where and when we can. So let me dive right in. I'm going to move myself out of the way and put this in present mode. And I guess I forgot to set up the, there we go. All right, there we go. Now you should be able to see it. So what is a Google Business Profile and why do we need one? A little bit about us, if you haven't already been on one of our calls in the past. Aruba ROI Marketing actually started as AIM Group back February 1, 2000. So in a couple of weeks, we're actually going to be celebrating 23 years in business. We sort of incorporated ourselves from a sole proprietorship back in 2015. We have an amazing team. We have obviously for 23 years basically followed the market and the technology as to what is out there and what we are good at. So we started with websites because 23 years ago, that's all there was. Then we moved to mobile marketing, software development, and social media now. And then we're finally into what I would consider more the automation part of marketing, or at least to make your life more efficient and effective through automation, but utilizing the best of the best in both tools and experience. So here's what we're going to cover today of what I mentioned earlier about what exactly is a Google Business Profile, talk a little bit about how to interact with your customers online through the profile, tracking traffic, creating campaigns, and making better connections with your customers. So we live in a digital age in which wealth information about products and local businesses is right at our fingertips. We all know that. In fact, any business that hasn't established itself online is bound to find itself falling behind if you haven't already fallen behind your competitors. This involves more than just creating an account for your business on Facebook or Instagram. It also means getting actively involved in managing your online presence with Facebook and Instagram, but also more importantly now with Google Business Profile. So what exactly is a Google Business Profile? Well, the days of the yellow pages we know are long over. When customers are looking for you or something they need, they're going to start by Googling it, right? So if you've worked to establish an online presence, customers are going to be able to find the name of your business and information such as your phone number, address, business hours, and much more online. A Google Business Profile allows you to manage your online presence across the entire Google platform. And let me tell you, they have a lot, more than you probably even know at this moment. Once you create and claim ownership of a Google Business Profile, you can access and edit all the information that appears in your listing, from the business hours and the location to any digital assets such as photos, videos, and such. And one tip, you should be doing this frequently. And that's not a one-off. By controlling this information, you also control the information that shows up in Google Maps. Incredibly important, because how do people look for things? Restaurant closest to me, they go to the maps and it's going to pop up, right? So obviously the more you can control your information, the better it will appear in places that people are actually searching, like Google Search and Google Maps. So let's talk about interacting with your customers online. A Google Business Profile allows you to do much more than just simply post and update your information about your business. It also allows you to directly interact with your customers. Now, one thing we don't touch on here in today's presentation is something that a lot of people don't know that it exists, or if they do, they've only seen it like infrequently here and there. But that's also chat. And that is something our team has the capacity to do to help you add chat to your Google Business Profile, so you can actually answer questions live when they actually are presented to you through your profile. So one of the other ways to do this is by monitoring and responding to Google reviews. Now, this is incredibly important. Why? Well, online reviews are an increasingly important part of how customers are making decisions about where to do business and what products to purchase. In fact, a survey from Podium found that 93% of customers say that online reviews influence their purchasing decisions. That is huge. It's almost 100% of those searching will look at reviews to see whether you're a reputable business, if your customer service is good, if the product they're looking for is good as well. So it's not enough to just sit back and allow reviews to build up. Business owners who really know how to manage their online presence use platforms such as Google Business Profile to get involved and respond to customer reviews. Now, I get it. We're not always excited to do that. Why? Because sometimes it's negative. Well, this includes posting apologies and initiating discussions with those customers who have had a bad experience, as well as thanking customers for the positive reviews, and then, of course, encourage everyone to come back. Because I believe that people will look at how you handle a negative review. And if you're silent on your side, they're going to expect that you don't care. So you do need to deal with both the positive and the negative. So owners of a Google Business Profile can also use it like a social media network and publish posts to their profiles. This is something our team is very good at. It's not just about social media with regards to Facebook and Instagram and Twitter that we all know about, but Google Business Profile should be done on an ongoing basis. We actually do it weekly, 2 to 3 times per week. It's incredibly important. Believe it or not, even updating your holiday hours gives extra love from Google. So these are small little things that we know how to help you manage the account, but more importantly, actually get something of a much more positive benefit from doing so. Posting consistently can substantially bolster a Google Business Profile, particularly when your competition doesn't do this, right? If they're ignoring it, then you can take advantage of that by obviously taking care of your own profile and doing it consistently. All right, so let's talk about tracking traffic and creating campaigns. Now, understanding how your customers are finding your business will give you a better idea of where they're coming from and how to handle those leads once they make contact with you. This is the case with a drive-by business, and it's also true for customers who find your business online. Google Business Profile allows customers to track insights on their listings. From your Google Business Profile dashboard, you can learn things like how many times your listing has been viewed, how customers are finding your listing, what actions are they taking after finding it, and much more. This can help you learn things like the kinds of things that potential customers were searching for when they found your business, whether they actually visited your website or even called the number that's listed on your contact details, and whether or not they clicked on the driving directions to find a way to your business. This is all important data which is important across any social platform, but this one is particularly because they're using it multiple ways, like finding out how to find where you're located so they can actually come to you. Creating better connections with your customers, obviously very important. So in short, a Google business profile not only gives businesses control over ensuring that their contact, their location, and other information listed on Google is correct, but it also gives them a whole new platform through which to connect with their customers. So from interacting through posts, commenting on reviews, to learning more about what their customers are looking for when they find your business via an online search, or even chat, like I mentioned earlier, Google Business Profile is a platform that every business owner should be using. And we here are really going to be pushing this a lot. You'll be hearing us talk about it a lot. We have a great program and how we can actually help you, not only the setup and the setup and the claiming of, but more importantly, the managing over time to make sure that you are getting a lot more benefit from this free account of yours. So please reach out to us. Let us know either by phone. That contact also has a WhatsApp account, business account. You have our email. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to just sit down and brainstorm about what it is you are trying to accomplish and how we can help you get there. So without any further ado, I don't see any comments. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you next week.